the other things that's struck me over the last sort of 18 months, 2 years or so, is how prolific you've been as writers, producers, recording artists.
I think we're going through a very positive phase in our life. We're just very positive about everything we do.
Phase,
yeah.
Phase.
Phrase.
You said phrase.
I think phrase is pretty good too.
I like that. He's grammar.
And and I think there's no reason why that should cease. I think we've never felt as good as this in our lives, and whenever we want to write, we just write, and it all comes out. And we don't have any anxieties that stem any of that. Because, I mean, when you have troubles or problems, that seems to take away the ability to write good songs. When you don't have any problems and everything around you and your family, everything is happy, that's when it seems to come.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be sad to write
we
sad
particularly
songs.
have that in Miami. It's a very relaxed place, especially if you, well, after doing the film, for instance, coming back here and it's very quiet and it's nice and sunny and you can relax. And we're fortunate enough to have boats and that, and we can go out and do some fishing, whatever. But most of all, because
it's a capitalist. You know,
I'm a boats.
or it's better out in the ocean.
I'm only a resident, so I can't vote. But the actual atmosphere of the place is very relaxing for us, because we create more, well, anything lyric-wise, music, everything here. We recreate, I should say, better here than we do anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because it is relaxed, the atmosphere is relaxed.
Yes.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We've matured, we've grown into our music more over the years.
Yeah.
I think we've had a sort of a long education, as it were, in music, you know, with our own music and other people's music as well as influence over the years. And I think, you know, that we've come into a point where, you know, our music is taking a more positive stand than it used to. And I think, you know, it's sort of like a person going to college or something like that, that they start out not knowing very much, they only know what they want to be or want to do, and then at the end they get their diploma kind of thing.
Because you had initial success very quickly, didn't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then...
So sort of like a slap around the face with a wet kipper, you know. Here it is, boys.
Yeah, quick. And we went in those periods, or in that sort of 67, 68, the Bee Gees weren't so much an entity on their own, they were manipulated. The business was what counted then. It still does today, but in those days it was the hype, and it was Marmalade and Grapefruit and all these people, and it was all manipulated by the businessmen, the managements, and they were in total control in those days. The artist didn't know what was going on, and just did everything he was told, and to the point where his private life went out the window, for fear of doing something that his management wouldn't be happy with, you know. And that's how we lived in those days. And now we're no longer manipulated, which is an amazing relief to us.
We have a lot of more freedom in our sort of music. We could, like, the production side of it and things like that. We were limited.
Whatever we do is really our decision. Whatever we do, we just sit down and discuss with our manager Robert, and if we don't like what is happening, then he won't push it. It's that kind of thing.
It's more of a team thing now.
You just mentioned the film earlier on, Maurice. How did you enjoy doing that?
The Sgt. Pepper film.
Yeah.
I think it was, but I think it was
5
very
o'clock in the morning.
enjoyable.
5 o'clock in the morning.
There was a lot of 5 in the morning, get out of bed.
Put a comb across your head.
Put a comb across your head.
In my case, I polished it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed working. So the first time in our lives we'd worked with other pop artists.
Yeah, it's terrible.